Hi learners, let's talk about slow living. I'm sure it's a concept you've had thrown around lately, or maybe you've even seen videos on YouTube about slow living, but what is it really? Let's just take time and demystify what that is. So let's understand that slow living is a kind of lifestyle that embraces a balanced approach to life and a lot of intentionality. It's about quality rather than quantity, and I think it comes at a very good time because society has made us believe that as long as you're busy, as long as your schedule is packed, from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., then you are good, or rather your life is doing well. But that is not the whole point of slow living. Slow living is about intentionality. It's not about that busyness of life. Let's look at what's entailed in slow living. And the first thing for sure is intentionality. That's the core of slow living. It means taking time to ask yourself, what's important to me, what really matters, and then you focus on those things. And so there's a lot of conscious decisions being made, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be, your schedule to be filled with so many unnecessary things. Take time to think about what's important to you and then direct your energy on those things. And when you're not aligned with those important things, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of distractions will come your way. And that's why we need to establish that from the get-go. And then the other thing is the pace of life. Slow living is not about doing things slowly. It's about doing things at a pace that allows you to experience things fully. So if you've decided to enjoy an ice cream, take time and just enjoy it without thinking, I have a deadline to meet, I have this and this to do. If you're working on an email, focus on that email so that you have every important information in that email. On that note, I'm sure people have thought that slow living is about being very unproductive, but it's the opposite of it. When you're doing so many things at once, you actually don't do them to the level best. But when you focus on one thing at a time and finish it, you give better results from it. The third concept that is very important in slow living is balanced life. And slow living encourages creating proper boundaries, whether it's at your workplace, at home, and all other places that your life revolves around. And I fully understand that you are the same person at work, the same person at home, the same person, who is wearing these hats. But there should be a way for you to balance them, integrating them but still balancing them in your life. Maybe it's something we can talk about in another video. Leave a comment down below. The fourth thing, slow living is about connecting with people. Remember, we've talked about intentionality, so you make clear choices and better choices, and you decide the things that really matter to you, even when it comes to relationships. Which relationships are important to you? And that way you create more time for them and you connect better with these people. And then the other thing I would say as a concept of slow living is enjoying the simplicity of life. You'll be surprised that the joys of life are not in the big things. Sometimes it's just in those small moments. Those are the things that hold joy and give us a lot of fulfillment. So learning to focus on those things really is at the core of slow living. If you've not heard, there are a couple of misconceptions about what slow living is. It's for the privileged, it's a form of aesthetic, it's doing things slowly, it's unproductive, it's about living in a country. All these things are not true. It's really about your mindset, how you embrace it. You can enjoy slow living even in the busiest of towns. It's about how you shift your mind towards it and how you begin to look at things. That's why we are doing this video in the first place, so that your mind can change. And even further to that, there are a couple of things we can do, practical things that can help us enjoy slow living. Let's look at that. The first thing I would suggest is decluttering your calendar or your schedule, so that you only make room for the things that are important. Prioritize on the things that are very important to you. After that, simplify your surrounding. You don't need every upcoming trend, by the way, whether it's in clothes or technology. You only need things that serve you. Maybe it's not something that will work for everyone, but if you can do that, you'll be surprised at how you live a very peaceful life. Because when there's clutter all around, somehow it makes your thinking very hard. I don't know the connection between that and clutter, but maybe a psychologist can educate us on that. Your mind tends to be cluttered when you live in a cluttered space. Focus on sustainable choices and reduce consumption. Yeah, if there's a choice that allows you, if there's a choice you can make so that you don't have to get 20 other things, I mean, that's better, right? I feel like that's more sustainable than consuming everything that is being thrown at you. Yeah, so decide today what is important, and then what is an important choice, or rather what is more sustainable as a choice, and then stick to that instead of buying 50 other things that would serve the same purpose. And then disconnect from technology once in a while. I'm not saying do away with technology, I'm saying disconnect from it occasionally. It allows you to think and just breathe and enjoy some peace of mind. Yeah, while you are at it, build meaningful relationships. Remember, we are looking at being very intentional with how we are living, and that includes the relationships that we keep. So build those relationships that you know matter to you. There's a lot we can say about slow living, but I don't want this video to go on and on. So that's where we leave it at today. We can talk about it in another video if you request. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and share widely. If you've not subscribed yet, please make sure to do. And thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye.